So this year I'm doing a little like mobile action fantasy football draft video. I really don't want to do this. I've been having trouble deciding what to do. So I just kind of figured I would take my phone out and wing it. We'll go from there. So I guess the first bit of news for the league is Tim wasn't going to be able to make the draft. He actually brought up to me twice about not doing the league. So I don't really care at this point. It's, it is what it is. I don't have time to chase people or whatever. And just setting all the ground rules like usual. Every year, Labor Day night is when the draft will be, unless there's some crazy reason why. But that's it. It's set in stone. People should be back from their vacations. Most people don't work. You guys get what I'm saying. It makes total fucking sense. But everyone loves a big can. I think I'm gonna start with this. I just had a bottle of wine. I'll show you that upstairs. But I think I'm gonna start with this. Actually, I got two of these. I'll try to drink them while I'm doing this. This year, what happened? I don't have anything down here. I'm gonna do this one from my desk. I'm gonna do it a little different once again. I'm sick of picking all the balls and doing stupid, lottery ball bullshit. So I found an online generator that will do, it'll do all the numbers and everything. So I'm going to do that instead. So this was, the mini bottle of wine, kick the night off, get things rolling, high leverage, shit. So back to the whole Tim thing. What we're going to do is Tim's out. Bye, Felicia. But funny thing is, the guy replacing him is Tim McPherson. He was, Derek Chaffee's a loser. And one day was at, Country Fest, Coldplay, one of those, gay content that everyone goes to and gets ripped off money and all that shit wise. But for some reason, you all still go. It's just a big rip off, paying hundreds of dollars for tickets. Then you pay him $50 to park, and then it just come to my house. I'll put on a country music album on my radio, and you can drink for probably $20. And the same people you hung out with in the parking lot, you can invite them, and you just saved yourself $400 or $500 a person. But that's just me. So hang on, I gotta open this door. Oh, I gotta pee too. So we got Tim to hop in and do some stuff. It's easy. He's already signed up. So Anthony, the only guy that really helps me with anything, he booked scoreboards and Lubin for 7:00 Labor Day night. So that'll work, right, guys? We did it last year. It was fun. Just plan to have dinner there or drink something. Do the best you can. They expect to make a little money off this, so you got to kind of do that. What else? So I was actually surprised. I was looking at who won the league last year, and it was very surprising that I looked and Bob won, which was, I don't know. I just never really thought that would ever happen. So that's the first business article. He went 7-6 in the regular season. I don't really remember anything about anyone's teams, not even mine. Somehow I ended the year without a tight end. I don't know how that works. I probably just forced myself to lose, thinking I was being smarter than everyone else, but now I don't have a tight end. So whatever. Who cares? In the other news, Joe, D, Brad, they won. The losers bracket, the champions of losers, or whatever you call it, whatever we call it. I don't even know nowadays. Not like I care. Not like any of you care. I feel like I could basically not do the league and you guys would care the same amount as if I did the league. So, yeah, that's good. Sponsors this year, 0, because who gives a friggin' flying fuck about fantasy football? I don't really even care that much anymore. It's like, babysitting basically. Can't wait for draft day and see who doesn't pay me, who has some excuse that they couldn't come up with, $150. Even though, every year we do this, for since 2010. It's a big fucking scene every year, same bullshit all the time. So, whatever. I'll figure it out. I'll chase everyone down again, then somehow I'll end up coming out short at the end of the year, $100. I don't know how it happens. It always does. I'm always short money. So I'm just going to pull up here on my computer last year's thingamajigga so I can look at everything we got going on. I'll write down some stuff. I'm just kind of winging it. I'm not doing any crazy video. I'll screencast what I'm doing for the draft lottery. You can literally type in how many balls each team gets, and you basically select based on that. You say run draft order. You can click each pick, which I'll do. I'll try to make it into a video. I don't know. If I don't, I'll stop the video after I get done talking about all this stuff, and then I'll post it. Like I said, I don't know all the garbage. We can do like a historical recap, just so everyone hears how great I am. We started the league back in 2010, which I won. I went 12-1 that year. You guys were terrible. Then in 2011, I won again. It was awesome. That's called a back-to-back championships. Then in 2012, I won again, which would be considered back-to-back-to-back or three-peat. So, and then I kind of fell apart because I grew up. So I stopped really paying attention to fantasy sports. But then, 2013 came along, and the newcomer at that year, Eric Velez, walked in, picked a very cliche team name, the Thundering Herd from We Are Marshall. He had a good year. He won, which is great for him. It's always good to get the new guy some money. Because then from that point on, he basically just donates to the league. So then in 2014, it was finally the idiots from Revere, Joe and Brad, came through. Won their first title with the best teams. They had the best teams probably through the first 4 or 5 years of the league, and they only won one title. It just makes sense. You overthink it. You pick too many good players. There's locker room issues, no team chemistry, all that stuff. So if anyone in this video brought this to my house, you can text me. I just don't know how it got here. But I'll drink it, whatever. Moat Mountain Brewing Company. Everyone loves big cans. I don't know. It's a pint of, massive Miss V's blueberry. I'd like to meet Miss V. She's got these blueberry ale, whatever. Okay, so then back to the historical features in 2015. Bobby Matthews won. It was, Bob is one of those guys that, not a lot of people give credit to in life. He just does his thing. Whether it's fighting taxi drivers, getting naked, wearing Hawaiian shirts on days that I don't know, he does his thing. Good for him. Again, he's kind of been the newcomer to winning. I think he's won baseball and hockey. So I think he and myself are the only two that have won all three at some point, even though I didn't do baseball this year, and hockey we'll see. Anthony has an idea. He might help me take it over. Like I said, I can't deal chasing children around collecting money for fantasy sports. It's too much. So that's kind of my theme, by the way, is, I'm not chasing people. Be an adult. Give me your money or don't. I don't care. But I'm not, whatever I have, I'm putting down. I have my little bank. I have my little bank, which is, sealed with the key. So whatever goes in there is what's coming out. Same rules as always. First place, 600. Second place, 300. Third place, 100. Each division winner will get 50. The weekly high for the first 13 weeks will get $25. What else? All the rules are posted on the homepage. You have till Sunday night. Actually, yeah. Yeah, Sunday night at midnight to send me a text, an email, a message post on the forum, whatever you want for your keepers. Again, I'm not going to chase people. Maybe I'll send out one more reminder, but you're all adults. If you can't remember to put your keepers in by Sunday night at midnight, then you don't get keepers. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to print shit out when I wake up Monday morning. I'm going out for the day, and I'll meet you all at scoreboards. So that's how that goes. Okay, so fuck off. I don't know. Okay, so let's try to have better keepers than last year. Although he won the league, although he came in first and made a run in the playoffs, don't fucking keep Zach Stacy ever. Like, just don't. All right. So I'm just gonna, I threw that out there. Just don't do it. So that's that's all I got to say. Just don't keep him. That's just it. It worked out this year, but that's like, oh yeah, you get it. So all the other keepers, other than that, there was at least an expectation around them. There were guys that you saw that you thought were gonna have big years. Remember the rules. You can't keep anyone drafted in the first 3 rounds, even if they were dropped and then picked up. You can't keep them. Anyone kept from the 4th round on can be kept. They move up around. Any free agents, it tells you where they finished in points. You just look that up from last year. And then look on the homepage, it tells you based on what round, based on where they ranked in their position is what round you can keep them for if they were a free agent. Remember, free agent at the start of the year. That does not mean drafted, then dropped, then picked up. It's not our fault that other people are idiots if they do that. It counts as that round that they were drafted in. So, yeah, that's that. What else? What other logistics? I don't know. Oh, that's a good thing. You don't have my trophy with me at all. I don't know how or who did it, but it's broke. I'm gonna try to rig and jig it and put shit in it and shit, but it'll be interesting. How about I don't know, whatever. Who cares? Do we even care about a trophy? I don't. It just sits in the garage and just collects trash now. It's all a pride thing, and all anyone really cares about is just money. So, just give me my money, give me their money, and most of the time they're happy. They get their name, on the board here on the thing. So I'm gonna try to pull up this page. The little online app I found here. So let me type in the Google machine. It's fantasy. I can't spell. There it is, right at my saved moment. I think it's called Draft Pick Lottery. You can go there. It's draftpicklottery.com. You can enter, team name, league name. He could go all. Oh, hold on. I should probably actually start recording this so you all aren't a bunch of idiots that like Joe D. Yeah, because it's really something I need to do in my life right now. Joe is cheat. Think about that. Come on, it's fucking fantasy. It's fantasy football. I don't care enough to cheat. So if you want, or you know what, if you don't like it, drop out. That's I don't give a fuck. All right, so now I'm going to pull up QuickTime here. This is the QuickTime app. You can look at it. You can do it on your Mac. You just pull it up. You go over to File. You go to Screen Recording. And I believe... How do I do this? So, hold on. So there we go. So he could go all the way. And then there's 10 teams. So as you can see, I don't know if I'm going to embed it or put it at the end, but basically I'm going to talk it through what happened. And then from that point on, we will... I will do it, and you can do it, and we'll do it together. If it doesn't want to go on the video, then I don't care. So, all right, but let's go to custom. So this is what I was talking about. We've got 10 teams. I'm going to enter the team name and the number of balls that team gets. So basically this program, it does a basically a RAND function, but gives it a weighted average of percentages based on the number of balls. So basically, if you have 5 balls in of a total of 30, it's something like 20% chance of getting the first overall pick. When I do it, I'm gonna go from bottom to top. So the team, the number 1 team we'll go 1 through. So the number 1. Oh shoot, I got to do 9 teams. I'm sorry. So I have to do 9 teams. So if you see my screen, I just went back and put in 9 because Joe automatically gets the number 1. So when I go through this, if it says you get number 1, really get number 2 because Joe already got number 1. So I'm not even going to put him in. So the team that lost to Joe, so actually we'll do 1 as the winner. So the winner is Christopher Goodell, and he gets 1 ball. The number 2 was Funchess of Buns, the worst team name in the league. I'm sure they'll probably come up with something like Team Owen this year because it's Anthony and Derek, and they both love Owen. Think about this. I was thinking about this as Derek was making fun of me earlier tonight. He did a face swap with Owen. Derek Chaffee, 30. Owen, infant. And most people couldn't tell the difference between the two. Right? So, hold on, I gotta figure out who came in second. So it was Hillis and Watts. So if I go back here, Hillis and Watts. Yep, so high on Hillis. High on Hillis. I don't care, Rick. You get 2. JJ Watts gets 2. After that, it's Octagon. And he gets 3. Octagon. So 1, 2. Yep. All right. Octagon, and then Feel the Burn. Which Feel the Burn and Kate. I know you've probably changed it by now, Tim. But Tim McPherson, this is now you. Oh, so back to my Derek story. Think about this. They did a face swap. A lot of people you show the picture to, they can't tell the difference. So you've got to think either that means Owen is Benjamin Button and he looks like a 30-year-old, or Derek is a kid. Derek has the face of an infant at age 30. You guys make the decision on that. That's pretty funny. Oh, by the way, Ricky, Derek wanted me to make fun of you by saying, remember the time you left Winchendon for a girlfriend and you ruined your hockey career? I don't know. You can fight him on that one. He's the one who told me to say that. I didn't. So, sorry. I didn't want to say it, but he made me. So the team that lost to Joe D in the finals of the losers bracket was Eric Velez. So he would go. He's the last here. Which his team is actually Happy Fitz. So then that puts Catalina, which I've actually watched. I've actually watched that movie now like 3 times in the past week. Yeah, it's just, it's been on. And then me, which is Luck B. Lacey. All right, so I've put that in the screencast. Basically, what I'm going to do now is hit submit. It's going to randomly generate that, put it in the slots, and then I'm just going to simply click and tell you who gets what pick. So submit. All right, so as you can see down the left-hand side, pick number 1. We're actually going to start at, so pick 9 equals 10. And pick 1 is actually number 2, like I told you, because Joe D already gets the number 1 pick. So the number 10 pick in this year's draft goes to Christopher Goodell. Makes total sense, Bob. You had one ball. What do you want? You won the league. You get the last pick. This beer is not that good, by the way. You go from drinking a fruity blueberry wine to a fruity beer. It's not the same fruit level content, all that shit. You guys think I should do a mohawk? I kind of want. All right, so that's the number 10 pick. The number 9 pick goes to the Octagon. The Octagon gets it. So Charlie, it sucked. It's a drop, but in the way fantasy football works now, it seems like you kind of just got to be a great waiver wire guy. You just can't go on shit, Aha. So, all right. So then with the number 8 pick is me. Wow, that's a big drop for me. That's kind of disappointing. I really would have liked to have been up at, in a little bit higher, but whatever. No big deal. So pick number 7 will go to Sposito, of course. We seem to always piggyback in the draft order. It's interesting that they're showing Bass shoes. Like, you think about how cool Google is. On the screencast, they're showing Bass shoes because I went to the Bass outlet this weekend. How do they know that? I don't know. So with the number 6 pick will be Feel the Burn. So Tim McPherson will have the number 6 pick. as he takes over for the other Timothy. So now with the number 5 pick, we'll go to Catalina Teabaggers. That's a huge move up for them. Think about it. It's life. So now number 4 will be Happy Fitz. That's a huge... They were projected to get the number 2. They were projected to get the number 2 pick, and they fall all the way to 4. The number 3 pick will go to Ricky Mastropetro, which is a huge jump. Basically what happened in this was me and Ricky flipped. That's basically what kind of happened in this draft. So he's going to have the number 2 pick overall, and he's already got some great keepers like Kelvin Benjamin, Jordy Nelson, and those guys who are close to first-round talents. First, second-round talent. So he's going to be an early team to beat this year. So the number 2 pick this year will go to the Funchess of Buns, who had 1 ball. Think about that. They get the number 2 overall pick, even though they lost in the finals. That's the way the draft lottery goes. It's just... does it really matter nowadays? Like, no one else in the world does, like, a weighted lottery. Some people were saying they throw water balloons and whoever, spill, and then they do stupid shit. Like, no, just, this is fun. We weighted it, we put it in the system, and we're good. So now, how do I stop it, is the good question. So if I go to stop screen recording, boom, hey, cool. Let's see if it worked. Like, oh, beauty. That's so cool. Oh, nice. All right, that worked. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this into some sort of video presentation real quick. And so just to recap, let me go through it. Stone Cold Stunners are the number 1 pick this year. The number 2 pick goes to the Funchess of Bun or the Baby Makers. Hold on. Yeah, how about that? Yep. Owens. They're going to be like the Owens, like real funny. Or Owen and Bret Hart, like something idiots. Then you have Ricky with High on Hillis at number 3. You have Eric Velez at number 4. Gerald at number 5. Tim at 6. Sposito at 7. Me at 8. Perullo at 9. And then Bobby at 10. I mean, it's going to be a fun year. Like I said, 7 o'clock scoreboards Monday. Plan to eat, guys, or like you all eat dinner, you all drink beer, have a couple beers, give them their money back. They do, everyone was there last year. It was a good time. They do a good job giving us the board and stuff. So just be supportive. Play Keno. I don't know. Do something with them. Well, Keno doesn't actually help the bar. So, all right. Olin Deller out.